Hello everyone and welcome to the Ford XR studio. I'm Christy Lee, host of Motor Trend's Garage Squad, and today your host for this very awesome SEMA special from Ford. Well, we can't be at SEMA in Vegas this year, so we cooked up something a little different for you, a live exclusive Q&A session on Mustang Mach-E. I'm here with Ford's own Lisa Teed and Darren Palmer to take you through some Mustang Mach-E SUV shop talk and to answer your burning questions here live. Lisa, Darren, it's so great to have you guys here in the Ford XR studio. Thanks for coming.
Hi, Christy.
Good morning.
We're like standing here. How can we not acknowledge this amazing Grabber Blue?
It is stunning. I mean, the Grabber Blue just stops you in your tracks, clearly, as you called out. What we're looking at here is a premium model Mustang Mach-E with the first edition package on it. So let's look at that exterior styling cues. That broad stance, the rear haunches, the steep roof line, so distinctive, and including the tri-bar tail lamps at the rear of the vehicle. The lines of this all-new, all-electric Mustang are unmistakable. And by Ford standards, we just don't put the pony on anything. Remember, we have some really long-standing requirements for something to be a pony and to be an addition to the family. So it's wearing the badge and must have the heart and soul of a Mustang. So let's talk about what's powering this vehicle. So let's take a look at the Mustang Mach-E Premium offer, which first and foremost, we give the customers the ability to choose what powertrain and drivetrain option they want. So you get to choose between rear-wheel drive or electric all-wheel drive, and then they get to choose the battery pack, which is standard or extended range. But whichever they choose, the all-electric Heartbeat delivers thrills behind the wheel. Now, in this example, we've paired the first edition Premium Mustang Mach-E with an electric all-wheel drive and the extended range battery. Now, the Premium Mustang Mach-E gets you from 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. That's all thankful for the all-electric Heartbeat that comes with it, meaning this vehicle reacts in 1/10 of a second. That's quicker than the blink of an eye, and in less than half of a second you achieve max 428 foot-pounds of torque. And the real magic happens when the power hits the pavement, thanks to the electric all-wheel drive system, which uses the full power of both the front and the rear axle to provide that impressive acceleration and responsive handling. So in my opinion, without a doubt, this vehicle is fun to drive. But Darren can tell you the real interesting facts about what made this a Mustang from the soul.
Absolutely,
Darren?
Lisa. Now, we knew this had to be special, so we brought in the same team that tuned the Mustang Coupe, and we let them loose on our brand new state-of-the-art racing simulator. Now, the underbody was just so solid with that battery there, so we needed to stiffen up the suspension subframes. And now the result is when you mash the throttle and you turn hard, the vehicle yaws around its center like only a rear-wheel drive vehicle does. And that battery slung low between the wheels means the center of gravity is super low, keeping the vehicle very, very flat in corners. And we put Brembo brakes on the car to make sure it's got the stopping power it needs. The result is that this vehicle feels like no other battery electric vehicle. It feels like a Mustang.
I mean, to say that this has the essence of Mustang is probably a huge understatement. And I love hearing things like performance, suspension, speed, braking. All of those things are all about the Mustang heritage, and that's carried through in this Mustang Mach-E. So Darren, let's talk a little bit more about some of the specs on this vehicle because they really are just so impressive.
Yeah, sure. So we wanted this vehicle to have emotion built into it. So we made 3 curated drive modes, but they're not just like drive modes in most cars. They're named Whisper, Engaged, and Unbridled. And when you switch those modes, it changes systems all across the vehicle, like the pedal map, the steering feel, ambient colors, the sound, the one-pedal drive system, and lastly, screen animations. Now, these are unique graphics that move in concert with the vehicle based on the speed, the inertia, and even how well you're driving, and they're on the cluster and on the center console.
All right, Lisa, we're hearing about all of the capabilities on this vehicle and that it's obviously a real Mustang. But, I mean, what's going on inside of this thing? We know it's not the same as a Mustang because it's a Mustang Mach-E.
Now, for the first time ever, with the new addition to the stable of a Mustang, it is 4 doors and it has a cargo liftgate. So you're like, whoa, 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 we weren't expecting that. But by design, Ford intended to do that because we've acknowledged over the years that sometimes that 2-door sports car, you just can't do everything you want with it. So miraculously, now you have a Mustang with the heart and soul with the fun to drive, with the performance, great looking, and now you can bring the rest of the family with you. So it seats comfortably 5 with plenty of cargo space, including the front trunk. This all-electric Mustang can bring the family, the friends, and plenty of cargo gear too. Plus, you'll be struck by the amazingly simple and modern interior design. This vehicle takes you fast forward into the future where Mustang might be even going. Now, the panoramic fixed glass roof, which is across the top of the vehicle, is truly incredible. It's very open, gives you that airy cabin feel. You got a great 15.5-inch touchscreen, which is basically your command center. Inductive charging pads, so no more wires. In truth, all the passengers themselves are going to love being in this car, aside from you, which is going to have just a great time driving it.
There's so much tech to talk about this with this vehicle in particular. Can you share a little bit more on the tech with this Mustang Mach-E, Darren?
Yeah, absolutely. So this vehicle is so technologically advanced. Your phone is the key, and as you arrive, your profile is loaded, personalizing everything in the car, from your seat position, driving style, temperature, the places you like to visit, your music, and even your favorite sports teams. And even as you approach, the electronic door system feeds the door to you. And then when you sit down, the fully connected 15.5-inch touchscreen, it runs all of your familiar apps, your things. This car adjusts to you, not you to this car. This car is going to get better every year that you own it. And we can add, and we are planning, new features, fixes, and modifications the whole time.
One thing that I want to know, and I'm sure those of you tuning in would like to know as well, with this constantly changing and progressing, what about charging? What about how far can you go with this Mustang Mach-E?
So we also took on that challenge. Now, we know Mustang owners are rebels. They want to go wherever they want, when they want. So again, no compromise, intentional. This vehicle comes with 2 battery packs, the standard range and extended range. And the point is that we know that you can have an EPA targeted estimated range of upwards to 300 miles on the combination of the rear wheel drive and extended range battery. Now, what we have in front of us is the premium edition that effectively gets 270 miles of range. There is no compromise. It's going to get you all over town and then some. But to recharge your Mustang Mach-E, just use the Ford Mobile Charger that comes standard with the vehicle. It's compatible with a 120 or 240 volt outlet, and it's easy to actually get one of those outlets installed in your homes. But even for faster charging, you can elect to get the Ford Connected Charge Station that will come through your Ford dealer, which will give you a faster rate of charge at about 30 miles of range per hour. But if you really want to go on that longer journey, the one that's going to take you from here all the way across the country, we've also resolved that. All Mustang Mach-E owners get access to the Ford Fast Charging Network with more than 13,500 charging stations across the nation. And this includes DC fast charging, which is even faster. So with that, we think we've got the issue of I can't go anywhere with my electric battery solved. And then like I said, this is a head turner. You're going to want to drive this. So you're going to want to use it regularly.
I mean, it's so cool to see that map with all the Ford Fast charging stations. I feel like there are more covering the U.S. than not. So it's nice to know that when you get out on the open road with this, you can just get out and go.
Right.
I mean, there's so much to talk about with this, and we've got a ton of questions flooding in right now, which I definitely want to take. Is there anything else that you guys would like to share with our audience about this Mustang Mach-E?
Well, Darren, I could literally talk all day long on this, but I would like to do a little shout out that this vehicle is eligible for the $7,500 federal tax credit. So as a buyer of an all-electric vehicle from Ford Motor Company, that is one big carrot or bonus that you're going to want to consider as you take the opportunity to purchase this vehicle.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say if this, like I've never seen before, it's a product you've got to just try. So even if you're thinking, oh, I wonder why did they do a Mustang? How does it feel? So on. There'll be one at a dealer very soon. Go try it and let it speak for itself.
I feel like we could speak about this on this stage for an endless amount of time, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
But we do have so many questions flooding in right now, so we're going to go ahead and switch over to some Q&A, and we're going to take a look at our first audience question, which comes from John. Darren, this one's actually directed to you. I heard that this car has got hands-free driving. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, when you first get this car, you're going to want to drive this car, okay? So you're going to be in that mode. But there are times when you would like the car to take some more of the burden for you. So on a Monday morning, driving to work, or when you're in traffic jams, or late at night when you're feeling a bit more tired. So this car comes ready for full hands-free driving. And the vehicle will take care of steering, braking, and driving for you while you're paying attention. And so we will monitor, there are 3 infrared cameras that monitor your eyes to make sure you're paying attention to the road. And that's all you need to do. You need to pay attention to the road, and then the vehicle will drive for you. The update for software for full hands-free will come over the air for customers just after launch, but the car's going to come ready, and most of the models have that on as standard.
Technology, technology, technology. Lots of questions pertaining to that specifically. But this is one that seems to be quite popular. Lisa, I'm going to shoot this one over to you. And this one's from Jeff. And he wants to know, when will we hear more about the GT version of the Mach-E?
Yeah, everybody wants to know more about the GT. So we did reveal, when we revealed the Mustang Mach-E, that not only do we have the premium models, the Select, California Route 1, etc., we also have a GT coming as well. So when we talk about performance, this is even more performance, more exhilaration, and the vehicle is just going to get beefed up that much more. So the GT is available for reservations today. We're going to start taking formal orders for that in the early spring, and we're going to give explicit specifications on the attributes of the vehicle, both horsepower, 0 to 60s, torque, the attributes like the brake size, the rims, etc. That's all coming in early December. So December 1st, please go to Ford.com. You'll get the rest of that information, and we're sharing it just to the SEMA audience today, that is the date we're going to share the rest of the story. So thank you for asking, whoever's out there. It is really exhilarating, and honestly, I can't wait to drive personally the GT, because I haven't had a chance yet, but I bet Darren has.
Yeah, I've had a few days with sore necks in the morning from the testing of the GT. But what I want to say is that with the system reacting in 1/10 of a second when you move, every time you move your right foot, all of the cars feel extremely zippy. So you can just place the vehicle wherever you want it to be on the road. And all of them, the 2 and the 4-wheel drive, the GT, non-GT, they all feel like that. It's just that the GT has that higher level of total acceleration.
It's a big jump for sure. I mean, these are definitely some of the burning questions I know that I had, and those of you tuning in had, especially about the GT, but we've got plenty of more questions.
Okay.
Darren, I think this is a great one for you, and this one's from Jason. What is the most surprising feature of this car from your point of view?
We really need a good sound system. So we joined with our partners at B&O, and we tuned the sound system for this car. So it's a 12-speaker system with sub, but it has a sound bar across the front, which means it puts the sound stage right in front of you. And it sounds absolutely fantastic. I found myself listening to all music again when I'm in the car, and now in these COVID times, I'm going out for drives just to chill out a little bit and listen to music. But it makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up again, and it makes you want to listen to your collection again. And of course, with ability to bring your apps into the car, whatever music system you like to use, Spotify, iHeartRadio, you can bring all of that into the car. And so you've got all your music with you.
Yep.
Again, interjecting more technology. I love it. Lisa, this is another great question for you. From Bob, someone tuning in. When will the EPA mileage ratings be available?
Okay, so we started at already shared. Part of this is a testing procedure that we have to go through, and it's a very formal process. So we do have final EPA estimates for range, and that's exactly how it's declared. It's an EPA estimate for most of our models, and we've put that out on Ford.com. There's still a few more coming in. We are right now providing targeted EPA estimates for the rest of the models. So if you see the word targeted, it's still finishing up on the testing procedures. And when we provide it, it's following the protocols that we need to from Ford for that. So when I mentioned earlier about range, we have derivatives such as the Select all-wheel drive with the standard range battery. It's getting around 211, I believe, is the EPA estimated range. And like I said, the premium model here is getting 300 miles with the rear-wheel drive extended range battery. So that's the spectrum of range that we've already have final numbers on.
This is another great one here. When will we be able to open, we know this isn't the hood, so we're going to call it the front trunk because that's what it is on the Mustang Mach-E. When will you be able to open that front trunk from a remote, like a key fob or Ford Pass app? That one's from James.
Yeah. So the system is set up to do that, and all the hardware is in there. But there were some recent changes in the safety protocols of what you need to do that, and we have to make sure that's fully put into the vehicle.
This vehicle is so smart, and now with advanced technology, you're not going to walk around with your normal key fob and do what you normally do. You hit this button, you click on that one twice. You're going to use your phone. It's called Phone as a Key. Soon as you connect your modem and you launch your Ford Pass app and you set it up at time of delivery, your phone is now your key. So I can unlock my car or lock my car remotely, but not even being by it, just from my office or my home, and the car could be, miles away. In addition to that, when I approach the car, because I've set the profile like you mentioned, the car's going to unlock because it knows me. So I don't actually have to hit unlock anymore. So there's a secure code you can get in. Your phone's going to give you this unbelievable capability, which is basically it knows you and it becomes you, and it just makes it more effortless. Even the car's going to wake up when I approach it. So the lights are going to flash. The mirrors are going to unfold. It's going to know it's me. It's going to set my radio stations like you mentioned. So the phone becomes your new key, and that's going to be a first-time experience for a lot of people. It's going to be some really cool things.
Yeah, it means you can somebody else can, if you lost your key and you forgot your code, your partner or friend can actually open the car for you remotely as well and start it.
I love that you're making this also user-friendly. I mean, whether you're going out for a whisper mode drive or an unbridled drive, I mean, two things you grab when you leave the house is your car keys and your cell phone. And it's always easier to find your cell phone.
I agree with that. Yes.
All right, we got another great question here. I'm going to just toss it over to you guys to take the floor. How soon after production can we expect delivery? This is a great question for tax purposes. This one also came from John.
Okay, so I'll take that one. So when we talk about tax purposes, if you're going to seek to get the $7,500 federal tax credit, you have to apply for that during your normal fiscal tax year. So in this case, if I purchase the vehicle and register it this year, I would apply for that credit in the 2020 federal tax year. Now, if I buy it in January, I'll do the same thing, but apply for it in the 21 federal tax year. So it's not about will I get it or not, it's about applying it to your own tax situation.
For maybe someone who might be a little bit more old school and doesn't have their cell phone attached to their hand like you and I do, I don't use my smartphone for anything but making calls and taking photos. Will I be able to drive this car? That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good question. So this car has been designed from a human-centric viewpoint, and that's not just some words around it. Every part of the car was designed, what does the human want to do and how do we make it easy? And whatever way that you approach it, it will work. If you come with a key fob and you want to use the key fob, that'll work. If you like the keypad, that'll work. If you want to set the phone up, that'll work. It's your choice. When you use the control system inside, that was really developed with customers. And we test it with people who had never used it before. Again, if you want to change the temperature, you can press it, dab it, you can slide it, or you can flick it. Whatever you like to do, the car adapts to you. So we've noticed people who are very technologically advanced, they love it, they love how deep they can go, but customers who are not that way also can use the car and they can discover things as they go. I'm still discovering things as I go on the vehicle. So it's really not intimidating. When I've done some test drives with people, they're nervous. I've never driven an electric car. What's it going to be like? Literally within 30 seconds, they're like, oh, okay. And then within 10 minutes, they're like, I want one.
Yeah, it's extraordinarily intuitive.
I mean, there's a lot of ground to cover here, and we're kind of bouncing around, but I like that all of these questions are covering so much more information than we already had. I think this is a really great one from Paul. If you were to purchase the standard range Mach-E, will you be able to upgrade it to the extended range?
Well, I'll take that one. So the standard range battery has 68 kilowatts of usable battery capacity. And if you wanted to upgrade to the extended range battery, that battery actually has more cells to 88 kilowatts of usable capacity. So the answer is no. If you select the standard range battery, the number of cells in there is optimized, and you can't get those additional 20 units of capacity because you don't have those cells. So it's not a matter of upgrading more cells, it's about what cells you have to use.
Okay, well, we've had some absolutely fantastic questions for those of you tuning in right now. Thanks so much for providing that, these great questions and all this great information too. Unfortunately, we are out of time. Like I said before, I feel like we could stand up here and talk about this thing for hours. So we do have to wrap this up. Any final thoughts for you guys?
Well, we said the car's going to keep getting better. We're concentrating on launching this car now with quality to deliver everything that we've shown. But we're not going to stop. The car's going to get better every year that you own it. And so we're just getting started on it now.
Yeah, and we really appreciate all your time and listening and those great questions. And if you have additional items that you just need answered, there's a number of different solutions we have. We have Ford Motor company call center. We have Ford.com, which has a wealth of information. There's a ton of YouTube videos. We host forum sessions frequently. So please reach out. Even talk to your Ford Motor Company Ford dealer. They are EV certified dealers. They're all being trained on this content, and also will have the test drive vehicles for you to experience. So thank you, everyone.
Information overload, but all amazing information for our automotive enthusiasts that are tuning in. You've been watching the daytime edition of Ford Auto Night's SEMA Show Special. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, and of course, thank you for all that participated and all your great questions. And a very special thanks to our special guests, Darren Palmer and Lisa Teed from Ford. You guys are great. We really appreciate you coming into the Ford XR studio. Thank you, guys. Well, we can't wait to see all of you on the road in your all-new 2021 Mustang Mach-E, your family's own rocket ship. I'm Christy Lee from the Ford XR studio. Thanks for tuning in, guys.